Kia ora everybody. Terry Brunel and James Lissman from Cal Stadium here, where we're getting ready for the Thomson Trophy final between Shirley Boys High School and Christ College. Got a big game for you tonight with both these teams. Understand throughout the season Shirley Boys only took one loss, and that was to Christ College. So some redemption coming from those guys.
Team, which we can see coming onto court in a moment. Christ
Well, we're not the only ones that think it's going to be a fantastic game, because we've got an absolutely jam-packed Cal Stadium here. I imagine the noise level is going to go way off the decibel meter once these teams get going. But as you can see from around the court, it's standing room only here.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you look at it, we probably should have got some more bleachers placed out here. We've got it on court one. We've got the Hollywood lights going, so it feels a bit different to a normal game. As I said to the juniors earlier, like, any noise in this game here or from the crowd is for your game. There's no game on court two or anything else. So yeah, it's going to be obviously a number of guys from Christ College used to this sort of environment. The two Cape brothers play for the Rams, and then Hawani Fopotongia is playing fantastic men's team game.
Definitely a few familiar names from last season too that I can see are going around again, and a year older, so therefore probably a year better.
Yeah, so here we go. Shirley Boys coming out as well now, and I think Christ have been here for a number of years. I think 4 out of the last 6 they've been here, or around about that. So possibly. Do you have a bit of fatigue? You're like, I think last year, I'm not going to go this year. I doubt that's the case for the students, but the former students are maybe like, I'm not sure now. Whereas Shirley, I think they're probably going to have the louder crowd here, and it could be a battle between the two to see who can have the most noise.
Well, we've got some top-level coaches this evening too on display, with Fraser Costley looking after the Shirley team, who coaches a number of club sides as well, and Ben Sheep back from where he was, and Sonny Nelson back as the head coach for Christ College.
Yeah, I mean, he's familiar with the program. Obviously, he helped shift it from Kashmir over to Christ College. Did very well with them while he was there. Then went up to Nelson. Was it Waimea that he was at?
Yeah.
And then has come back down. Christ College after Quinn Clinton had a brief run with the team, and then has gone to take over the Canterbury Rams. And 2 referees just coming out after the teams have been named. So Tyler Radbourne and Raywin Willock. So I'm thinking we saw an extremely fast game last night, up and down. I think we may see that sort of tempo, but probably without the amount of turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, having watched the under-18 nationals or done some commentary for that, you're certainly familiar with a couple of names there who from Shirley who can really go.
Yep.
Millen Newton, for example, he led the way, and he can get to the basket pretty much any time he likes.
number one versus number two. So you think, right, if you're going to pick one team to win, it's number one. But these two teams match up extremely well. Probably the higher top end talent for Christ. I mean, the guys that are playing for the Rams, that's how you determine that, or how you can justify it. Shirley, I think, has probably the better depth overall.
Well, that's what it could come down to, James. The bench depth, what happens in games, people get foul trouble. You know, well, you could go cold for a little while as a star player, and then the pressure of a big stadium with all these people in it, all of a sudden comes on your shoulders, and you're looking for other people to step up. So, I expect the benches to contribute big time in a game like this.
And there's still a couple of people coming out and thinking, right, 7:30. I think I'll get there about 7:40. Just walk in and find a seat.
I hope
probably not.
I hope there's no parking inspectors out there, because there's some interesting parking.
Right.
Including me.
Okay, right. Well, you could have taken our official office parks, which are on the sort of pathway right outside our building there.
Yeah, I think I am on a pathway, to be honest. But
well, if you park me in, it's okay, because you'll be leaving before me anyhow.
So 11 seconds here before we'll see our starting fives for the first time.
I think probably the good thing is here is I can still see lanes for people to get down from seats if there is, an emergency evacuation. Did happen at the under 18s, not here, but at the secondary venue at Shirley Boys and Avonside Girls. Cleaners somehow set off a fire alarm in another building, which meant we had to delay the last round of games about half an hour until we got the all clear there.
So starting fives on the floor in the Thomson Trophy Div 1 final.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a jump between Liam Marshall. I mean, there's Liam Marshall or Jose Tito Haitana. Oh, there we go. It's going to be Tito Haitana jumping up against Ihaka Kate. I think, don't be surprised if Shirley wins this jump ball. He has some big time hops, and it doesn't look like he's able to, but sometimes he just launches up and tries to dunk it on people.
Newton had it, lost it, got it back. Newton to the basket. Right away. The first 2 points for Shirley. Millen Newton. If that's going to be what it's going to be like tonight, then he could go for quite a few.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what you want, is Shirley, come out, get the opening possession, score two by getting pressure on the rim, making it half of them. The football Tongia to the baseline.
Dish off, Tongia strong inside, elects to go to Kate on the perimeter. Three ball on its way, nothing but twine.
Well, we almost looked surprised how close Tito Haitana was closing out on that. Again, he wasn't there in the last game that these two teams played against each other, so just adding a bit more, I guess, vertical spacing for Shirley.
Kobe Costley doing a nice job of distribution, and Hunt answers the three at the other end. Nice little set run by Shirley there. Good little turnout action. Tongia again, strong to the basket, that's what he does.
Well, we've been up and down just like last night. 0 turnovers so far and 10 points scored, so a little bit, I guess, just another level up from Division 2 up to Division 1.
Newton again to the basket, gets the foul this time. That'll be on Tuffety, Kate, that'll be his first.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to say, please don't call them on me, but there's no argument there. Millen Newton's so good at getting his shoulders past the defender, and then, I won't say impossible, but virtually impossible to knock him off his path once he's going there.
Tuffety Kate's had a lot of time in the Rapid League for the Rams, so he'll be well used to guarding top-level guards, but Millen Newton's just going to take it right at him.
Well, missed free throw there. That was one of the problems last time they played against Christ College, so really hoping they are hoping to be up sort of around 56, well, way above 50%.
Little half-court trap coming here, Newton on the top of it. Easy up the floor, early three ball, and Costley managed to deflect it away. Newton again at pace, looking for his shooters.
Yeah, a bit surprised there, Fopo Tongi. I thought he'd come down with the rebound, then looks around. Probably the shortest guy on the court from either team came up with the loose rebound there.
Ihaka Kate, good matchup this one. Goes inside, nice pass and stripped away. This time Hunt gets it. Costly.
Yeah,
Pushes it to Newton. Newton puts it on the floor. Spin move. Looking inside. He finds.
Yeah, Tito Haitana didn't dunk that one. Still got up and got an easy 2 though. I think he had a block dunk last week, which was a bit surprising. So I think he's probably been like, I'm going to ease into this game. Make sure I'm making the
early days. And a strip. Tito Haitana gets it. Finds Newton. Newton to Costly. Blocked by Kate. Way up.
Well, that wasn't one hand, that was 2 hands there, spiking that one against the backboard.
Inside Tongi again off the board. Another power move.
Well, this has been exactly, you want to see what's an example of what high school basketball looks like in Christchurch. This is at like 2 very top high-level teams. I've had people unconnected to both schools saying I would not be surprised if these 2 teams are battling for a top 4 spot up in nationals. Have to qualify for that, of course, but this is about as good as you can get in New Zealand here, these 2 teams.
Iahaka Kate. They go to that familiar split sort of action with the high post. This is tough, Eddie Kate. Puts it on the floor, goes by, he's got to get around Marshall, he does. Nice finish.
Now, I think that's the first lead for Christ College. They're only up 1. Here's Tito Haitana. Going hard.
Move to the basket. Got the roll too.
I mean, that's here's a taste of your own medicine, Hawani Fopotongia. I'm going to go hard at you, through you, and then strong enough to go up and finish. One shot here. Yeah, they are going to line up quickly for that.
Yeah, that is a very similar play to what we've seen at the other end and what we are familiar with. And gets the free throw to go, so the game's all tied again. Good start from both teams, you'd have to say. No one with any real nerves. A little bit of zone coming now. Easy inside action and unable to finish.
And it's a 9-11 here, just at 6:30 to play in the first quarter.
I think Flatman would like to have that one back again. That's a pretty easy layup. Tito Haitana goes to the basket here, strong move inside. Was another foul. And they go to the line for another 3-point play.
Well, he's like, who are you going to put on me? Actually, I don't care. I'm just going to go hard to the rim. And you could see there the Flatman, I think, no, it was Paidata that time.
Paidata, yeah, I mean, he was the man that hit all those threes.
He was, he's a fantastic shooter.
Yeah, but he's not going to get much done from where he's gone to on the bench. So, a couple of quick fouls. Free throw doesn't go, pull down, rebound.
Well, so far, the edge is a little bit in Shirley's favour. First subs have come in for Christ College though, and we'll see if that, gives some more players ready and used to the game. Great pass inside, Kate to Kate. Iahaka with the finish there from the dime, courtesy of Tawhiti.
Tidy around the basket. We see number 4's in the game now, Nijar.
Well, he's an epic
Newton
guy.
Puts it on the floor, goes by everyone. Reverse layup. I thought he lost that out of bounds. He rescued it and finished it.
I've seen a few guys who are like, I'm going to have the almost lost his Liam Marshall. So Fopotongi got his shoulders past. He's able to challenge the shot, but not cleanly there.
I think the scouting report needs to be, don't let him have the baseline.
Yeah.
Because he's so good at coming back from behind the backboard and finishing off the rim.
Yeah. His free throw is good for Fopotongi. So his younger brother Mateo, MVP of the under 15, the 15 and under grand final on Saturday, goes to Shirley boys though. So I've seen Mateo. He's still in his Shirley gear, so I'm sure we'll be cheering for Hawani on an individual basis, but he's hoping for the blue and gold to get the win here, I think.
2-2-1, kind of a 3-quarter press. Newton dealt with it pretty good initially and then turned it over. Here's Kate, and the foul. Kobe Costley couldn't get out of the way in time.
We've had a number of and one opportunities here from on both sides.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to make that executive decision
Yep.
to get the hands out and, okay, I'm not going to stop this fast break. Keep the powder dry for later on.
I think it all, it should depend, what is my role and what does the team need me? Like if you're a bench guy 10 to 15 minutes, I think you can be a bit more aggressive there going for the steals. If you're a starter who sometimes is needed to play 30 plus minutes, then
Hunt muscles to the basket, gets the finish. I like Hunt's game. He can shoot the three, and if you close out, he will take it at the rim. Good strong finisher too around there. He's got his hands full right now defensively. He does a pretty good job in the end. Kate looking for an angle, couldn't get it. Gets it to his brother. He's got Tungia, three, no, can't get that to go.
And Newton, it looked like who was going to get this ball? There were three guys going towards it. Newton grabs it from the ground there.
Here's Hunt with a spin move. He didn't quite get the finish, but he's drawn a foul. That could end up to be a valuable one later on. It's only the first at the moment. It's forced a timeout.
Well, I mean, I say it every single time we're commentating. There's no point in saving your timeouts in the first half. Like, either the tempo of the game's not what we want, we're giving up fouls that we shouldn't be.
Well, I think Ben Sheed will be talking about the penetration angles at the moment, because it seems quite easy, particularly for Newton, to get 2 feet in the paint. They need to try to get him going sideways at least, because at the moment they're either scoring or getting a foul inside. We've had 1-3 from Hunt, but apart from that, everything else has been pretty much at the rim.
Yeah, well, it's not just him though. It's Jose Tito Haitana who's gone against the football Tongia once, and then against Paidata as well. So he's, the football Tongia is probably your ideal matchup for him in terms of strength and speed and size. And he did exactly the same move back against him, mirror image sort of thing.
Yeah, it'll be all about getting down in your stance, make it difficult, get your eyes on the ball, chest on the ball, and don't let people go by you. That's just straight up man-to-man defense.
Hey, we've got all these elaborate screen coverages and what to do when we get beaten, but number one thing, if you don't get beaten, you don't have to worry about anything else.
You don't need any of those flash rotations. Here's Hunt on the line.
Yeah, pretty good shooter, as you said. He's been able to score from the three. Well, he's the only guy who's hit one so far, I think, from either team. I know Ihaka Kate hit one as well.
Ihaka hit that one in the corner. Here's Hunt, 2 of 2 on this occasion. Pushes the lead out to 4. And here a little fire with fire. We've now got a 2-2-1 press. Both of these presses are non-aggressive type. They're looking like they just want to take some time out of the shot clock. Disrupt the organisation a little bit. Free ball on its way. That's long. And if that's on Kate,
he's lucky it isn't. It's gone to number 4. Instead, is that Nijar there? Yeah, it is Archie Nijar with the foul, but I mean, you're just putting yourself at risk though, aren't you? Like
reaching from behind like that, and already in the bonus, so we will march to the foul line.
I'm not. No, it will be. You're right. Yeah, 4 fouls plus the one on Nijar makes 5.
5th, yep. So Hunt on the line again.
Well, made his last 2. So this is a great way to sort of get used to the rims. I'm trying to have a look here. Like, there is still the odd seat, so I think who is in the worst place here who could find a better place to sit?
Hunt doesn't get that one to go, and Kate's up high for the rebound.
And so far, no real defensive chance.
Howard with the ball, gets it back to Kate. Newton on him. Kate puts it on the floor. There's good help defense from Costley, but it's a bit late. And he just goes right over top of Kobe Costley.
Well, that may have been size related. Like, I see the guy there who's in the pretty good defensive spot, but I know I've got about half a foot on him, so just going to go up over the top.
Hunt's got the green light at the moment. Rebound comes down to Marshall, and I think that's going to be another one on Nijar.
Yep.
So Ben Sheet's got some work to do here in the substitution category. Nijar comes out. Pairata back into the game.
And Liam Marshall's chance to score here. And so far the free throw issues have not been completely solved. I think it's 5 for 8. Plus this one 6 for 9. 5 for 9.
That's not a discussion we want to keep having in a game
it's
like
not.
this, because that can be the reason why. And the second one banks itself in, so they all count, of course.
So you're a shooter though. Would you be like, right, I made that one, I'm good to go now, or would you be like, oh, that wasn't as clean as I want?
Well, you could have the mentality that that's a pretty good sighter.
Yep.
And you need to be slightly less than
yes,
that.
yeah, that's true.
Here's Kate, Newton on him. They go, he keeps it on the handoff this time. Looking for his brother. Ball screen comes for him. Step back three, way short. I think worried out of the shot by Tito Haitana there, but he may even have got a piece of that.
Yeah, I think he just surprised him. Like, he's closed out on him on the first one, and that one still went in. But I think that's just, it's not something I expected that Christ College sort of would have that realisation that they've suddenly got a lot more length challenging out at the perimeter.
Here he is again, looking for a lane to the basket, takes it on, gets all the way there, gets the finish. That's just a little bit too easy.
Well, he's been the player of the quarter. If we're giving out awards and little instances here, and
I think this one's on Costly.
44 now, it's going on Tito Haitana.
Has to, yep. Subs coming in. Arona comes in. Tito Haitana goes out. A little bit of foul protection going on.
Arona, I think,
on the line.
He hit 4 threes. I think they were both from the left-hand corner, but at two ends of the court in the semi-final win over St. Thomas. So outstanding shooter. You never know, a little bit, not as used to playing so much, and this game's, it's got a different atmosphere because it's more enclosed than what it is at Shirley Boys.
So again, this delay press. Shirley handled it pretty well, and Newton gets blocked.
Well, he got through 2 defenders, but not through 3.
And Kate finishes at the other end. So a little bit of a run coming here from Christ College. Newton, nice bit of point guarding there, just calm everyone down. 2-3 zone here from Christ, and again they worry the shot. However, Hunt comes back down with it. Newton.
I was going to say Kobe Costley is wide open for 3, and I think we're going to have a foul on Parata. No, judging by
it looks like it's an over-the-top foul. No, it's a holding foul.
Yeah, it's gone against Jacob Woodrow, number 2 from Shirley. So I think that's going to be bonus 2 for Parata, and given how well he shoots. Oh no, that's only the 4th.
No, that's their 4th.
Well, I guess that's the only silver lining. You didn't send one of the best shooters in the Christ College team to the free throw line for some easy points.
Kick out to the corner. Left, finish, nice finish. Jack Howard, the beneficiary of a nice pass, but he still had a bit of work to do. Arona gets it to Costley. Costley organising. Not much going on by way of inside-outside action. There's a skip pass now. Arona with a 3 ball, doesn't go.
I mean, they just didn't get the ball inside, did they? It was just around the perimeter.
Around the perimeter and someone having to launch a shot late in the shot clock. Here's Costley. He finds Hunt. Hunt puts it on the floor, splits the defenders, gets the floater, couldn't get it. Own rebound and finish.
Well, there you go. Get in the paint. Forced into 1 miss, not forced into 2. 2-point lead for the Spartans now.
Little terror screen there coming from Flatman, but avoided. Kate looking for a rescue, gets it from his brother. A little push off, goes with the 3 ball. Not phased at all by the complaining. Well, you're going to give me a wide open, I'll take it.
Well, we'll see if that gets called later on in the game though, but from our angle, hard to see how much he pushed off, but certainly felt he was warranted to be called for an offensive foul.
Costley, that one's wide. Here's Kate. Quick look at the clock to see how long he's got. Just plenty of time. He's going for a 2-for-1 and gets it. Taking that quick option they'll get the ball back.
Well, yeah, they will have it at least once. Shirley, 38 seconds. You probably don't want to go super fast and rush something up, because Christ can take 5 seconds to inbound the ball, and then you've got 2 really rushed shots which aren't nearly as, I guess, efficient as scoring with a more regular offensive set.
Quite the momentum shift as soon as Christ went to the zone. 2-3 zone. Dropping out of this 2-2-1, kind of a show press, I think, something like that, just designed to take a bit of time out of the clock. Both teams employing similar tactics.
Yeah. Now, as you said, it can make it a little bit tougher when you're down in the half court. If you've used a bunch of time and aren't quite where you want to be to run your sets or run your motion offense.
8 on the shot clock. Newton lets a 3 go. That's long. Marshall in for the rebound. Couldn't get it. Kate brought it down. Kate's doing a pretty good job on the boards. And they'll play for the last 7 seconds. Tawhiri Kate puts it on the floor. Tries to go with the left hand. Marshall pulls down the rebound. And long range attempt after the buzzer. So quarter time here, Cal Stadium, Thomson Trophy, Div 1 boys final, Christ College 29, Shirley 25.
Well, so far this has lived up to the hype, hasn't it? 20, up and down, very few turnovers between the two teams. I think 1 for Shirley boys and 3 turnovers for Christ College. The 4 combined between the two is just excellent ball security. As you can see now, I think a few seats are opening up for people to come and find somewhere, as the Kaiapoi and St Andrews supporters are saying, actually, they might have forgotten, I've actually got I suppose the public schools, they've got a strike tomorrow. The private schools probably still have to go to school and go to class.
Yeah, so an interesting first quarter really when you look at tactically both teams doing similar things. The zone is probably the kicker at the moment.
Yep.
Christ College have just put the little riddle in front of Shirley, which Fraser Costley's now going to have to solve. Initially, they pretty much just tried to pass the ball around the perimeter. They did get a little bit of drive penetration to the middle of the lane, but with Ihaka Keita there, he can contest those shots and make it difficult. So it'll be interesting to see whether they go to something with a high post or just somebody in there to help distribute the ball between the 2 defenders at the top of the zone.
Well, I thought also Ihaka Kate, 13 points, surprised me that he had so many points already.
Well, he's been good around the rim. He hit that 3.
Just trying to get the clock ready for the next quarter.
Lefopo Tongi are back into the game to start the second quarter. New man for Shirley, Jed Taylor, number 0, comes in. Kobe Costley looks like he's on the bench at the moment. Tawhiri K. Crossover from Lefopo Tongi, it was pretty nice.
Yeah, Liam Marshall happened to be there though. Like, great reactions defensively to be there in time. Flatman up, can't get there, and a battle for the ball. 2 hit the ground, Hunt and Lefopo Tongi.
3 on 2 if they're quick. Newton decides, don't have the numbers, but he probably could have gone. And Hunt powers it to the basket, begging for the foul. None given.
It was relatively similar both ends. Like, the defenders are trying to go straight up. You go into them. Like to have that as no foul call by the, when you watch it in the cold, hard sort of film study the following day.
Hunt muscling up with Lefopo Tongi, does a pretty good job. He gets his own board, couldn't finish it. Hunt comes down with the rebound, trying to find an open man. He gets Newton. Newton on the floor, to the rim, left hand finish. That's the kind of daylight he likes.
I was going to say, that's a slither. Like, I think he'd like a bit more, but it's very capable, hardly any room. And this is called a travel there. I think pivot foot got dragged just before the ball got knocked away.
Didn't quite get to where he needed to go and then tried to come back the other way.
And the Shirley boys' chance is starting up now, seeing if they can exhort their team to play, get a few more buckets in.
Perseverance with a 2-3 zone. This time it's Barata, but stolen back by Newton. 2-on-1. Off to Hunt. Hangs in the air. Kate did a nice job defensively, but too good a finish in the end from Hunt.
Well, I think we're in for a treat between the two sort of crowds chanting at each other. I don't know if the scoreboard chant when you're only up 2 points is appropriate though. Like, maybe at the end of the game when the time's run out if you win.
Well, Kate keeps shooting like that. It could get interesting. Newton seems unwilling to take that early three, even though they're sitting off him a little bit. They would rather not have him drive. Here's Hunt. No, he'll take it. Kick out. Taylor puts it on the floor, couldn't get it. Partially blocked, I think.
Yeah, and they were running out of time there, so the shot had to go up.
Kate, spin move through the lane, couldn't get enough backboard to finish it. Here's Newton, and this time the daylight's available. Hey,
it counts, exactly. He's so good at finishing off the backboard, isn't he? Around the rim or beyond the 3-point line.
Ties the ball game. If Opo Tongia goes, okay then, let's have a look. I don't need the backboard.
Oh, just stopping and popping both teams. 6 points in about a 5-second span.
Here's Hunt, kept it. Strong move going over the top, and Flatman doing his best to be vertical. Somehow snagged him on the way up, so Hunt on the line again. I feel like he's been there multiple times now. This could be his third or fourth time at the line, I think.
He's been there, yeah, he hit the two in a row.
Can't get the 3-point play to go. Here's Kate. Swings it.
Oh, and that was way off. And that's probably nerves there, isn't it?
He hasn't had any looks, Pirata. We know he can shoot it. We've seen him do it. Inside, high post. Yep, that's how they think they're going to deal with it. Costly. Backdoor cut to Hunt. Hunt has the guard on him, which is Kate. Costly. Thought about it. Saw Ihaka Kate in front of him and thought maybe I can't get that over.
Well, it needed to go quickly, and then by the time he was like, oh, maybe I should shoot, then it was too late.
Thought about it again. Put it on the floor. Kick out. Woodrow. Couldn't get it. And in-flight foul, I think.
Yeah, it's Tito Haitana.
Probably not what Shirley wanted in that situation. One of those accidental fouls, which has caused him to have his second now. And he's gone to the bench just for that bit of foul protection before half-time. They know they'll need him in the third and fourth for sure. So 2-3 zone, here we go, tactic for tactic. Shirley, and stolen by Taylor, but stolen back.
And I think that was blocked from behind by Toby Hunt, sticking with it though. 2 points scored there, number 13.
Matt McQuillan.
Yeah.
He set a lot of screens, good to see him get some offensive action finally. Here's Costly, kick out to Hunt. Hunt likes that shot.
And so far, that's really been the difference between the two teams. 3-point shooting from Christ College, 4 of 9. This is a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way. Shirley boys, 2 of 10 so far.
Kobe Costly's complaining a little bit about that, but really the mistake was made when he let him cross over to the middle of the lane. He's going to get a lot more help if he can send him down the side of the keyhole. And we know if Opo Tonga gets anywhere near the rim, he's finishing it. So.
I guess that's the opportunity there when he's shooting free throws. He's a bit further away if they do miss.
Here's Hunt. Hunt, step back, 3-ball. Doesn't go. Woodrow tracked it down. Going along the baseline. He's got Kate on him. Trying to find an open man, and all he found was a turnover.
And it's just too ambitious there. You get dribbled to a spot, don't really have what you thought was going to be there because there's some pretty good length in both teams here. Ihaka Cape may have got away with possibly one or two trebles, gets a foul called. That second one, the referee Tyler Radbourne saying that treble was because you actually bumped into him.
Marshall and Newton return. Taylor goes out.
Yeah, no, it honours on as well for Shirley, so potential ability to break the zone open by trying to get him open in the corner.
I think they need to get Kobe Costley going, get his 3-ball going, just to spread out the zone a bit more.
Yep. He's had 2 reasonable looks, so...
Kate on the floor, in the middle of the lane again. Kick out. Nijar this time couldn't get anything.
Yeah, no reset. You've got to go quicker than this. Only 3 on the shot clock here.
And stolen away. Does he get it up? They say he did. No, they say he didn't.
Yeah, shot clock violation. I think that was the right call as well.
It looked a little late to me.
And it's just you need, you get an offensive rebound as we've got a timeout taken by Shirley boys here. So we'll see what the clock goes to. It was 4:53. That ball shouldn't have been inbounded. I think they're going to stay at 4:51 though on the clock though. But a few possessions without really getting a good shot for Shirley.
They haven't figured out the riddle of this zone at the moment. They're it's basically killed their drive penetration, which they were having some pretty good success with, and left them with kind of sliding it around the perimeter, and then because they're getting time taken out of them to bring the ball up the floor. They're actually running out of shot clock and having to take late, not really high percentage looks. So I'm sure that's what the timeout will be about. Let's get the ball moving. Let's get some shot fake penetration kick going. See if we can get our shooters in the game. If you're Christ College, you're probably pretty happy offensively. You're getting to the basket.
Yep. I think you're happy with it.
The Fopo Tongia and Kate, both Kate brothers, both getting to the rim.
Well, the scoring wise, I mean, Ihaka, I felt that Tawhiti had more of an imprint on the first quarter, but then you look, he had 13 points. Ihaka only added another 3 since then, so he's up to 16.6 rebounds. Hawani Fopo-Tongia 4 rebounds and 11 points for him. So no surprise, the other 2 doing most of the scoring, and Tawhiti has 8. And then for Shirley, Miller Newton with 10, and then Toby Hunt has 14, including 3 from the free throw line.
Perseverance here with the pressure. Here's Newton trying to get his nose on the rim again.
I think that could have gone up.
A lot more urgency though. There's a lot more urgency here from Shirley. Newton couldn't quite get the roll, but they were certainly up and about rather than that sort of sedate pace that they've had. Turnover here, Marshall's got it, gets it to Newton. Newton, can he finish? Kate all over it and takes him out.
Well, I think there was potentially a foul from Tawhiti, Kate, and then realised, actually, no, I don't want a foul here, because this would be a take foul, so 2 shots plus the ball back.
Lovely finish from Newton, put it right over the rim. Kate caught him late in the air.
Well, and we can see, you just saw him there, number 11, Batman, Jack Coburn in. Couldn't play 2 weeks ago because he broke his nose and a mask hadn't arrived, so I think, becoming a fan favourite because of that now. And he's someone who will play with extreme effort while he's out there.
Another quick little guard, yes. Yep. Here's Newton, pokes it out of bounds.
Well, that was close to going off Fopo-Tongia's stomach as well there, pretty fortunate, a little lackadaisical with the ball after a rebound, after free throws, thinking, there's probably no one there.
So it's kind of a 3-guard lineup. Newton's gone to the back of the zone now.
And they're just trying to get it down low. Good job by Christ College to get the ball in and then reverse back out around.
Tongia had no place to go. Ihaka is standing in the corner and going, hey, I'm wide open over here. He failing to understand why the ball wasn't delivered to him.
There's quite a few bench players getting significant minutes here from both teams. There's Coburn off the cross screen, down screen. Newton with 4 here.
Back to man now, and Newton had some pretty good success with that earlier. They turn it over though.
Well, they just took a long time to even start looking to attack.
I think they were a little confused about what defence was getting played. Inside and rimmed out. Marshall pulls it down, trying to find a safe haven. He finds Newton.
Well, was it that safe when Tawhiti Kate's right there next to him?
Here's Costley, back to Newton. Newton kind of tempted to take the three, but he doesn't. Penetration again, he much prefers that kind of angle.
And I think that just bounced once too much for Marshall to put it up. Ihaka Kate gets that to bounce in.
Just has such elevation. Here's Costley, back to Newton. Here's Marshall. Looks like a 3-2 zone now, actually, unless they are in a man. Here's Costley going to the basket, and he'll draw the foul from, unfortunately, Mr. Nija.
Yeah, well, it's hard to know defensively.
Who was playing about 30 seconds and then fouling. He's coming out again. Parata into the game, and Flatman back in for Christ College. Maybe this will get Kobe Costley going.
I'd like to think it will, as a shooter, to get a couple of free throws.
He's going to have to get some offensive input here, just to sway the balance back. This time 2 for 2.
And Riker Mills is coming in, number 17 for Shirley.
Marshall goes to the bench, so he's going to take up residence in the middle of the 2-3 zone. Ihaka, a little hesitation. Parata thought about it. He's tough really, down to Ihaka, too strong. He's too athletic down there. Can't give him that kind of space.
And I think as Riker Mills, like, you're probably allowed to foul a bit, so you can go up and try and challenge.
Another one having foul issues is Parata. Was that on him again?
Number 2 is the foul call. The second personal foul.
On number 7?
Yeah, that is him. Yeah, he's
having a similar evening. Good defense here. No wide open look. Costley trying to create. Creates, goes over. Flatman couldn't get it. Hunt tried to finish it.
Well, unfortunately, they had 3 guys to 0 at the rim and come away with 0 points. Christ College probably a little bit lucky to get away with a stop there.
Tawhiti with the slow step layup and just reached out.
And it's really the defensive issues. Sorry, the offensive issues for Shirley.
Yeah, out of ideas. Just kind of launching threes at the moment. Costley coming out. Newton comes back in.
I think it's you've got to make the zone collapse.
Yep.
Phil Burns, get it in, vibrate the zone, make it go in, out, and then suddenly you find people just wide open.
Yeah, it's just not enough quick ball movement or penetration with the pass at the moment. Kate wide open, that's a mistake. Parata pulls down a big rebound. He finds Flatman who lefties it in over the rim. Big move coming now at the moment from Christ College. Pushing this thing out to 9. Hunt, corner. Coburn couldn't get it, too long. Strong inside move coming. And the roll.
Well, that's what you need, isn't it? Like some points right at the rim, and that was Tito Haitana. Probably been the most consistent scorer for Shirley.
Kate spun, couldn't get the roll, and Hunt pulled down the rebound this time. He hung around because he knew that spin was coming. And Hunt goes all the way down the lane, spills it out of bounds, but it's been deflected.
Yeah, 30 seconds left here. We'll get the clock fixed up so that matches what it actually is. Or as close as we can.
There's Coburn, he finds Newton. Newton needs this to go, and it does!
I felt like it was slipping away a little bit. It had the potential, and all of a sudden,
the momentum needed stopping, and that helps. And almost a steal. The Kate brothers just struggling to get it over.
There's 8 here, so Christ College should probably take a little bit of time. The football Tonga hits the 3.
What a great find that was. Here's Newton, long range, and back of the rim. So half time here. Cozy confines of Cal Stadium, Thomson Trophy, Boys Division 1 final, 50 for Christ College, 43 for Shirley. We'll be back shortly.
I don't really want to go down.
They just need to have some shots. Yeah. Get some confidence.
Yes. Well, I said you were a little bit quiet, so I'll turn you up a little bit.
Who said that?
It might have been just where the it was down to the one.
I had it right there. Too close to finish vibrate.
Yes.
Yeah, but then yeah. Maybe if I cancel. We might be saying 7 minutes.
Are they 6?
What's that?
Are they 6?
Yep. Okay, let's just go with 9 minutes 12 then.
Welcome back to Cal Stadium here. Thomson Trophy Boys Final. Christ College 50. Shirley Boys 43. An interesting game tactically. Both teams doing similar things, and just probably the more aggressive offensive team has been Christ College. Hence the tiny little lead that they have.
I see Haka Kate doing most of that. 20 points. There's a nice finish inside there. I think it was Liam Marshall, so I put it on the wrong side. So 45 plays 50 now. And if that 3 didn't drop, they'd be feeling a whole lot better about what they've done to Christ College.
Flatman lost it on the way up. Here's Costley, gets it to Newton. Newton on the break, and got going so quick that he just could not get the touch on the backboard.
Well, he saw a Tapati Kate. I'm going to put the pressure on here, see if I can draw another foul on him, and it didn't happen, and you're going too fast. Rebound not able to be grabbed either.
Man-to-man defense here coming from Shirley. Kate with the crossover, got to the rim, got the finish, got the foul.
Well, that was up pretty high over the defence there, draws the foul as well.
Just the speed of that crossover caught Kobe Costley out.
And again, Christchurch, that lead's sort of been between 4 to 10 points for most of the, the second part of the second quarter.
Converts the 3-point play here. They still persevering with the slow down type pressure. Shirley, Newton puts it on the floor, goes at Flatman, managed to get the second effort.
And it just created, he drew so many defenders, not essentially pushed them out of the way, and then an easy follow-up there for Liam Marshall.
Here's Costley trying to stay in front. This time they deflected away. Hunt's got it. 2-on-1. Decides to keep it. Easy finish in the end. Good decision. Arthur really never got between him and the basket.
Well, it was a 3-on-1, so you're like, my job here is to slow them down.
Here's Flatman, left hand off the backboard. Easy finish.
All right, the Shirley crowd starting to come to life now. All right, this is the chance where we can help our team.
Chapter of errors there. They say deflection. Newton trying to get it under control. Costley this time, he needs that one to go. It doesn't. He's going again. He's going to swing it to the other side. Hunt puts it on the floor this time. Got all the way to the rim. Good finish from Hunt. 4-point game.
I mean, I thought that three was going to drop for Costley. Kate just not quite able to get that one to drop. And I think it was 24, given who goes up to check on that foul. Toby Hunt with the foul, second one called on him.
Kate's just straight line drives at the moment. That would be roaring Fraser Costley.
Well, he just goes so fast, doesn't he?
Might need a little bit of pack line defence just to discourage that straight, direct move to the basket. It's taking one crossover and he's there.
Yep. I think he's a good finisher as well around the rim. You can't just show and then move out of the way.
Well, he's got that length as well. Long arms, good spring.
Former Waitakere Primary School, along with Ihaka Kate as well. And then we had three players in the Shirley team that won the Grocott Trophy as well, formerly from Waitakere Primary. And then Chisnellwood had a couple of these players in this game here, Hawani, Fopotonga, as well as the Kate.
Marshall ripping to the basket, looked for Hunt, had it deflected.
Yeah, that pass was a little bit late. Marshall's like, I think it's going to come right now. Got the steal.
McKillen was tracking Newton. Hunt's come down with the rebound and finished.
It looked like it got deflected momentarily, but just great job sticking with it to go up and in.
This is a slow little bit of momentum for Shirley. They've closed it to 3 now. Fopotonga going strong. Marshall just needs to stay vertical and 3-second violation, too long.
Well, it's one of those ones, I guess he's so used to players sort of jumping and then you're able to just muscle up and through them or around them.
Marshall's got that additional length, so as long as he stays there with his hands up, you have to shoot it over. Nijar back in the game here, a little bit of pressure on the ball, but again, it's that retreat type. Here's Hunt. Hunt operating, trying to find a little crease in the defense, couldn't get it. This time Costley throws it between Hunt and Marshall. Neither one are claiming to.
Well, it's kind of like Marshall just had 2 Christ College players bounce off him, and he's like, I'm wide open right here, and that's not where the pass normally would go, I think.
Here's Kate. This time Newton's picked him up. Gets it to his brother. Charges through the middle, but I think Marshall probably could have fallen over and taken the charge, but then you get accused of flopping, so maybe not. Here's Newton, gap in the defense, goes to the right hand, and the foul.
And it's on Nijar as well, so
Nijar
He lasted more than 30 seconds,
He's in,
but
he's
not
out,
much.
he's in, he's out. He's out again.
Well, I mean,
some days it's just like that. The fouls just follow you no matter what.
And Ben Sheet's talking to him saying, like, what do you expect? Like, you're getting beaten and you're riding into him like it's an easy call for the referees to make.
2-point ball game. Newton picks up Kate. A little bit more of a barrier for him to deal with. Here's Hunt. Hunt attacks. Ihaka Kate and finishes it and draws the foul.
Oh, it was close to a foul up the sideline on Tapiti, Kate, so I think that's what they'd rather have. Get all the way to the rim. Toby Hunt just not backing down at all. Getting the bucket, drawing the foul against Ihaka Kate, they were basically the primary matchups on each other first time they played.
That's his second foul, so not in any real danger, but still, when you get a star player starting to get the odd foul, it can pay off later on. Newton had it, lost it. Pirata came up with it. And Fopa Tongia trying to work his way through, and this foul will go on Hunt, who really was not in a legal guarding position, but he was in a position.
I think he felt like I got the ball cleanly and then he lost it, and then I grabbed it and then you called a foul, but similar to the foul that he got down the other end.
He just kind of side on, caught himself side on and reached in. Referee Raywin Wilkes calming the troops.
Oh, it's good preventative officiating. I mean, you don't want to have a conversation every single time, but if you can get people to, you know, we don't want to give a technical foul. We don't want to throw anyone out of the game. Like, we're going to do the best job we possibly can here.
Fopo Tongia took the lead back for Christ College. And, beneficial. Bad timing in the end because it bounced off the top of the backboard. And Marshall will be called for the foul here, just trying to push Fopo Tongia out of the spot that he was trying to claim.
That's a hard one because he's trying to fight around, and it almost might be like that's the very time when Fopo Tongia is releasing him, so it looks worse than it actually is.
A seal and a release of the seal. Kind of lose your balance. Here's Kate. Kate inside to Flatman. Flatman.
Yeah, offensive foul. I was going to say, you could see that, just extending the arm there. I think Kossi then raked down and stole the ball afterwards, but gets the turnover forced regardless.
Costly organising. Here's Hunt. 2-3 zone again. Newton trying to look for an angle. Gets through. Kicks it off and it'll go out of bounds off Marshall in the end.
You see Kossi saying that came off Christ College. Yes it did, but then it came off Marshall after that and then it went out of bounds. It's Kate to Kate. And Hucker with the handoff to Fopo Tongia.
Flat man in that high post splits action. Setting up for the drive. And blocked by Hunt this time, early release. Leak out from Newton, who could not get it, but Hunt tidies it all up. He's having a ball game.
He is. It's taken a while, but that is the lead back for Shirley. I think first time since the first quarter where they've been ahead. Obviously only a solitary point.
Marshall got his hands to it, but knocked it out of bounds. Yeah, it's been one of those slow momentum shifts, but it has shifted, and we're back in an arm wrestle and a timeout now. Ben Sheet needs to talk it over. Just lost their way just a tiny bit. Not playing badly, but just not playing as well as Shirley.
Yeah, I mean, it's slow points. As, we can see Sam, assistant coach, getting walked back to the coach's box. I mean, it's 17-9 the scoreline for Shirley here in this quarter. When, first one, 29-25 to Christ College, 4-point margin, 21 to 18, 3-point margin for Christ College, and now all of a sudden, Shirley a couple of steals, pushing the ball up hard, getting to the rim, offensive rebounds.
Yeah, grind out. You feel like in a grind out battle, Shirley might be the street fighter.
They could be. Well, I've got the drums here. I think if there's bonus points for the most support, Shirley's got those ones in the bag at the moment. Couldn't even hear the music playing if it was playing at the time.
Toby Hunt is having a whale of a game right now. What's his stats?
He's up to 24 points, 10 rebounds, 5 of them off the offensive. He's drawn 4 fouls. The negative that you have to, or I guess concerning thing, he's on 3 personal fouls. So obviously you don't want to take him out. He's playing fantastically, but something you've got to bear in mind. Jose Tito Haitana also on 3 fouls.
I think also the defensive effort, and he's changed a couple of shots as well, and had a block. Here's Marshall on Kate, and Newton on Tawhiri Kate, who goes to that left hand, left it long, and another rebound for Hunt.
There's Kate just individually, the 1-on-2 press, and able to just slow Shirley down a little bit.
They're laying off Hunt a little bit here. I wouldn't mind betting he looks to put one up shortly.
I think
this occasion
was like,
goes along the baseline.
Yeah, Flatman was like, I'm in pretty good position. Oh no, he's just knocked me out of the way and scored 2 at the rim.
Marshall does a nice job of cutting off Kate and comes up with the ball and couldn't finish it, but Newton is there. Strong move from Newton.
Yep.
And Tawhiri Kate collects another foul.
Only number 2 for him. And Shirley at the moment cannot hear Christ College, is what they're saying.
This slow momentum's turning into some seriously big momentum now.
Well, is it time to go out of the zone? I mean, obviously number 1, can we stop turning the ball over, because that's when it's hard to stop them. I mean, we can't be set up in our defence.
I would suspect yes, just to give a change of feeling in the game. And when one team starts to get really comfortable, it's time to change the D.
And Shirley, another missed free throw there, almost a chance for the offensive rebound.
Kate strong to the basket, but just got worried out of it. Here's Hunt, puts it on the floor, multiple crossovers. He's got the hot hand right now.
And Flatman is almost like a give way sign, not a stop sign, like just slow down for a little bit, and yep, it's safe to go to the rim.
Here's the Fopo time.
Yeah,
got a little bit excited on the catch, got the old wheels moving early.
Well, it was a timeout for Christ College, so you don't really want to burn a second one now, leaving with only 1 in the 4th quarter.
Seb Thomson into the game for Christ College. If Fopo goes out. Here's Newton. Get the ball to Hunt, why not? Hunt with the skip back to Newton. This time Newton puts it on the floor and spins, can't get the finish. Good effort here.
That was. Who's that? Number 19 into the game. Yeah, Seb Thompson. Well, the little momentum swing back for Christ College there. Haven't scored in quite a while.
High ball screen action for Newton. He's trying to find a gap to the basket. He does find the gap to the basket, and he'll draw one here. Who's this one on? Number 0.
I was going to say, your definition of a gap
Flat man
might be different to mine, but I guess a gap at the perimeter, not at the rim.
Yeah, he's looking to split the defenders. If there's anything like anyone turns their head, or they're not quite in that driving lane, he's gone.
Again, the free throws, like if Shirley loses, currently 10 of 19, so right around 50%. Christ
Really,
College 8 of 12.
It's really just a concentration thing. Calm down, go and knock it down. He wasn't able to do that time either. Flat man with the big rebound. Kate to Kate.
Not probably the matchup I would have picked. Tawhiri Kate on Tito Haitana. Although he's like, I'm going to lay off and use my length.
A little bit bigger. And the block foul, but comes from, that'll be...
Number 3 was the foul. I think Jacob Woodrow, yep. And Kobe Costley comes into the game for Miller Newton.
Newton just getting some breaths.
Ihaka Kate.
I'm sure it'll be a very short time on the bench.
Who makes
the difference.
And he's up to 23 points now, 7 rebounds. And a block. That block with 2 hands should have almost counted as 2.
Christ College free throw percentage looks to be healthier as well. 2 for 2, Ihaka Kate addresses the balance a little bit. 2-point ball game. Kobe Costley finds Hunt. Strong inside move. It's not going to go. Can they get it? They keep it alive and finish it.
Well, those are the sort of ones, as we've seen a foul called there.
Yeah, Woodrow just shoving Tawhiri Kate out of the way.
And there's going to be 2 free throws here due to the bonus. Yeah, those ones there like Tito Haitana, sometimes he just goes up and like dunks it on people from like flat-footed. Good finish around the rim then.
He's got that very, very quick second jump too. So you can be first off the floor and second off the floor. Kate gets this one to go. Coming in ones at the moment for Christ College. Just holding steady.
Well, we're setting up for an awesome 4th quarter.
It is.
I'll be disappointed if it's not.
And he goes 1 for 2. And Woodrow pulls down the rebound.
And there's a good box out against Flatman, who's got a little bit of size on Woodrow. Toby Hunt saying, I want the ball that way to then swing back over.
Costley needs to start looking for his shot. Tito Haitana, strong defense from Kate. Back to Costley. 3 on the shot clock. He's got to get a step back 3 up. He does. Oh, for Kobe Costley.
And not quite a 3. I think he was about half a step too long on that. And Haitana. That is a katana shot. We were knocking that ball out of bounds. Tawhiri Kate. I don't think you can say there was too much contact there. Maybe have a look at the other end as well and be like, yeah, actually that's probably fair.
Ifupo Tongia back into the game. Oh, and the ball almost stolen by Woodrow. Here's Kate, trying his best to stay in front. I think goes to the spin move. Step through, blocked by Hunt. Kept it alive though, Kate.
Well, the defensive urgency has stepped up for Shirley here. Here's Hunt. He's a great shooter. Just too long there, and Kate with a good rebound. And just see how the Christ response goes, and that's not a good response. And we're going to see what happened. Was the foul offensive? 44 is the fouler.
That hurts too, because that is his 4th.
Yeah, I thought they were calling one up the top on Jack Coburn and deciding did her position changed before he was fouled or not.
Something did happen there with Tawhiri Kate. He pushed him off, I think.
And Fraser Cossie, I can tell from the body language, is about as perplexed as we are.
That's the worst possible outcome. And he gets that one to go. So just a big kind of swing coming back the other way, James. Yep. I think Shirley could have done with that 3 to drop from Hunt to address it, but it's a battle.
And Christ have definitely gone into the man-to-man defense now, extending pretty far up beyond the 3-point line.
Newton trying to overpower, gets it to Hunt, managed to rescue it, got it back, stays with it, and the foul this time. Ihaka Kate can't believe it.
Well, I think there were 2 fouls there.
Which Kate did that go on? That is the 3rd foul. Did he signal number 10 or number 11 for that?
I'll have a look when it comes up on the live stats as to which one it was. And then we go Toby Hunt gets the free throw train rolling again for Shirley. No one making a move to the bench with 47 seconds.
Hunt pushes it back out. Still a one possession game. Here's Coburn working hard and a push off this time from Kate, got away with it. But Newton stole it. Strong Kate vertical, and he does a good job of it, but it's come back to Woodrow. And Hunt finds himself open, decides to calm things down.
There's Newton and
lost it, got it back, lost it again, got it back again. This time gets it to Woodrow. Coburn for three, can't get it. Hunt tracks it down. They can play for the last if they're smart.
Yeah, that's what I think he was saying, like get out, reset the clock.
Costley organises the team. Here we go, Newton to the basket, and that looked like more of a foul than the prize.
It did. It looked like, I don't know if Kate got the foul though, but it certainly looked like 5 and 19 were like, yep, we're going to send a sandwich here, get the press on and see if we can get through. So Jack Howard and Seb Thomas.
4.9 on the game clock and 4 seconds on the shot clock.
And a towel to wipe up a bit of sweat on the ground.
So possibly enough time to get a shot and a tip in potentially. And we could come up with 2 shots here.
And that towel didn't go very far for Jacob Woodrow. Well, you could take a 3 because then you're probably not going to have much time for Christ to get a shot afterwards.
Newton trying to seal down low, pops out to the left. Costley's got to get it in, and he doesn't. 5 seconds.
Well, I was going to say that's the worst thing. It's not. The worst thing is just passing the ball to Christ and they get an open layup.
Exactly. So at least you get a chance to defend this with 4.9. Newton. Hunt worried him out of the points, and that'll finish 71-68. End of the third quarter here at Cal Stadium. We got a barn burner of a game.
Well, surely a 10-point advantage in that quarter, 28-18, and a lot of on those sort of steals, push out, missed the first shot, but able to get the rebound, and then Toby Hunt, the number one guy who was able to score around the rim, just effort plays.
A tough footy Kate, Ihaka Kate still ticking over the scoreboard, and what's the free throw percentage just as a matter of interest for Crites College?
Yeah, so 72%, 13 of 18, like that's, you're okay with that. 12 of 22, 54% for Shirley, not okay. The rebounding, we said 18 offensive rebounds for Shirley, 25 defensive for Crites, so it is like around 40% of their misses they're getting the shot back, and they've got 18 defensive rebounds, Crites have got 8 offensive, so that's about the 3/4, 2/3 sort of mark that you expect. Shooting 52% for Crites, 43% for Shirley, which is part of why, where are all these offensive rebounds coming from? They come from misses, so if you miss more shots, there's more opportunities.
Not a high percentage of 3 balls at the moment either. Hunt's hit a couple, but most action is around the basket.
Yeah, it's 3 of 18 as a team. Toby Hunt 1 of 6, Miller Newton 2 of 4, the only guys that have hit them, whereas Christ College 5 of 12. So I think surely it's the free throws and probably the 3-point percentage if they can't get the win here. For Christ, it's the offensive rebounds that they've given up. If you want to say, how did we lose that game? Those are probably going to be the key things as to why. Anyway, 10 minutes to go, maybe more. On Sunday in the French Cup, we went to double overtime. Had Hannah Morton-Jones, formerly Hannah Mashevsky, dropping 50 to win the game at the buzzer. But this just feels like it's going to be very tight the whole way.
Could come down to the last play. Dare I say it, could come down to beyond the last play.
Yes.
The way it's going at the moment. 3-guard lineup out here for Shirley. They've got Newton, Costley and Coburn on the floor.
And we'll just see when Tito Haitana comes back into the game on 4 fouls. But, you know, he's been so good around the rim, so good challenging those threes with his length.
Coburn trying to use his speed to disrupt, and he does so, and it'll go out of bounds off Kate. So that's what he's in the game for. to try and stop that straight line drive, see if he can stay in front of Tawhiri Kate.
Well, it's easier said than done, but a fantastic job there, just not giving up anything. Kate thought he had an angle, lost the ball and then out of bounds off his own leg.
Costly keeping the ball moving. Here's Hunt, finds a little opening on the perimeter, partially blocked. Newton will pull down the rebound and he's got Kate over the top, but it's a jump ball. Arrow with Shirley. He's trying to explain, how is it that he can be all
over my
me?
neck. Yeah, my neck and my shoulders.
Well, the reason he can do that is because he's about a foot taller.
Yes, yeah, that's out. So out of bounds, not the best place for Shirley last time. You've got to move a lot more urgently to get the ball in.
Yeah, it's very slow, not much action there. Costly looking for the ball screen, working off that. Hunt. Got to get something busy, and he does. Gets to the rim and finishes it.
Well, that looked like a reasonable argument to say I got fouled by Kate there. It looked like he bumped him from behind. Strong enough finish from Hunt, able to go up and get the two anyway.
Woodrow trying to stay in front, and the foul this time.
Number 3, Jacob Woodrow whistled for that one. And I'd be feeling a little bit frustrated if I was on the team in blue here. Like, if we feel like we probably got fouled twice in the last possession, and then this one, which we didn't really think, you know, relative to what's not being called. Are you sure that's a foul?
Here's Kate, and Ihaka Kate, Woodrow on him again. He's done a pretty good job actually to try and stay in front of him. He does so again, and this time Newton pokes it away.
Yeah, there's 3.3 on the clock here.
Down to 3.3, so it's pretty much a catch, one pass at the most after that, and it's got to be up. I always try to prevent people coming straight to the ball and turning the corner in this situation. Here's Kate, knows he's got to get it up. Oh, he didn't know, actually, got it off.
Well, I guess the basket counted there right in the nick of time.
It seemed like the clock was a little slow starting on that one. They all count though. Here's Hunt. Hunt dragging it behind him. That was a travel. Got it caught on his hip. Good defense coming from Christ College.
I think Miller Newton, they either wanted to give him an extremely quick, drink, hey, have some water, you're going straight back in. But it looked like maybe they thought he was on more fouls than he was.
Here's Flatman. He just needs to wait for Kate
Well,
to get over
he was pretty, I want to get rid of this ball as soon as I can.
Flatman distributes. Pirata gets a look. He hasn't had much of a go today. Costly. Newton Coburn, back to Costly, inside to Hunt, powerful move from Hunt, gets that one over top of Flatman this time. He's just red hot at the moment.
Well, that's probably the first time that Flatman hasn't been moved out of the way, but didn't matter that time.
Newton muscles up and the foul comes. Number 4.
I mean, it's just so hard. You take the bump, you got your arms out, he spins back through, arm up through yours. It is tough.
That's a difficult matchup for Newton.
Yeah.
Physicality, he's managing it. That's a block from Marshall. Newton couldn't quite get it.
Coburn just about.
Goes again. Newton this time goes reverse layup.
Well, it's starting to stretch out a bit. And I think there's a delay of game.
Yeah, it's not a timeout because
no, it's not a delay of game. They've already had a delay of game.
Had their warning, touched the ball after the basket.
Well, I can't say I saw that one.
I didn't see the earlier one, so anyway, Kate's at the line, he couldn't get it.
I mean, the thing is, so this is Fraser Cossey just asking, was that on 11? Like, who's it on? Number 5 was who it was on. Liam Marshall receiving that one. he may want to say that wasn't me.
There's quite a difference in size. Coburn still pressurising the ball out front. Trying to deal with a little ball screen action, and this time Hunt got in the way. Costley comes up with the ball. Hunt trying to go through the gap, and a foul from behind, this time Tawhiri Kate.
Well, I think Shirley would have been apoplectic if that wasn't called.
If Opotongi has been assessed for that foul, that's his third.
I just think, like, if that wasn't called as a foul, I think we would have.
Yeah, there was a lot of hands.
Might have seen some body language, not been particularly happy.
Here's Newton, straight line to the basket, finds Coburn, gets it blocked, and out of bounds off Shirley. Good defence there. Put out the fire.
Yeah, not initial good defence, but great defence to clean up the mistake. Shirley so close from being able to pull ahead by 9 there.
Kate, patient, and finishes well. Just that kind of slow jump stop. Pressure from Pirata. Here's Marshall. Got it off the rim.
And this time Tawhiri Kate says, actually, you've got no one on you. How about you just take it up instead of me having to worry about Coburn? And there's going to be an offensive foul as Marshall finally feels like we've got a call going our way. Ihaka Kate extended his arm right out where everyone can see it. Marshall said, yep, I've taken it.
We mentioned earlier, didn't we, that he needed to fall over. He had a similar one at the front of the charge circle a little bit earlier, but he held his ground. This time he's drawn the foul. Costley doing the organising.
I think that's just the shot clock wasn't started. Shirley probably could have done with a couple of extra seconds to get into their offence.
Back cut coming here from Hunt. Here's Newton. He's not afraid to attack them. Coburn under the basket. This time he finishes it.
The Batman mask is off.
Well, he's just chiming in where he can. He's mainly out there for the defence. He's done a fine job on Tawhiri Kate for the last 4 or 5 minutes.
This is the shot clock here. It should not be on 23 seconds. I can see it's run down to 17 now.
That's just bonus points when your smallest player finishes at the rim.
Well, it's kind of hard. Like, you do everything right, you get the collapse defence, and you pass
there's an offensive foul. Wasn't called. And Kate didn't come up with a 3. Here's Marshall. Just trying to make a good decision. He had 2 to make. I think that
Jack Coburn there against Tawhiri Kate, just try and have him hold him as long as possible and just see if you can get all the way to the rim.
There is a certain amount of frustration coming from Tawhiri Kate now. He's got this annoying kind of bumblebee.
Well, he's up to 7 turnovers, so
hanging around and causing him problems. Here's Marshall.
the 2-3 zone back for Christ College, which caused some issues. But again, if Shirley can get the ball off turnovers and out and running, it doesn't matter what defence you're in.
Inside look, deflected out. Still 8 on the shot clock.
Quick inbound here. That's better than waiting and trying to run something. Newton just about drilled that one.
Ihaka Kate behind his back. Finds Parata in the corner. Kate. Good shot fake. Got a couple of people out of their shoes.
Well, Shirley did well to not give up a 3 and not give up a foul there. A lot of guys jumping. They get the turnover.
Marshall's done a nice job of reading that. Here's Hunt. Hunt skips it to Costley. Costley to Newton. Newton trying to put his head on the rim again, and he does. Takes the bump, clears out the player. Lovely little jump hook. Pushes that lead out to 9.
Well, it's actually 11. They're going to put the 2 points up in a moment. 72-83 the score now. Surely, like the second half, this is what you want. 12-4 in this quarter now. And they won the third quarter by 10 points as well. So plus 18 on the second half, which is why they're up by 11 points now. I mean, what do you have to worry about? Tito Haitana on 4 fouls. And that might be it at the moment. Like you've solved everything else now.
Shirley's managing that. They've slowed up Tough Eddie Kate, got him a little bit frustrated with not being able to get where he needs to go. They're doing a nice job of doubling Ihaka Kate any time that he's open. He's had to throw up numerous shot fakes to try and get rid of people.
Yes. Well, actually, the other thing, I said offensive rebounds, you're going to look at there. Actually, turnovers now. 10 turnovers for Shirley, 20 for Christ College, and a lot of them have been run out leakouts. I think if we can see points off turnovers, so 19 points off turnovers for Shirley boys, 5 points off turnovers for Christ College. Like 14 points, an 11-point game. You're essentially neck and neck without those.
So, if Opetongia back into the game, he could be the answer for them, getting the ball and attacking the rim like he did in the first half. Newton, a little bit undersized guarding him, but doing his best with the physicality. Here's the pressure again on the inbound pass. Oh, another push off.
Ryan, Tuffety Kate was appealing for something. And the Shirley players, so the Shirley bench, and I think he might have double dribbled that. Flatman gets it back and puts it in though. Well, that was close to 2 or 3 turnovers for Christ College, so extremely fortunate to get 2 points on the ball there.
There's Newton on the floor, gets it to the rim and it falls.
Well, this was the core MVP under-18 Foot Locker Nationals. He's used to playing on these rims.
Mairata just a little bit gun shy now. He hasn't really got anything to go. Kate gets it to Opetongia, stripped away, back to him. Looked like he might have come from out of bounds to get that. Hunt gets the rebound eventually. Costley decides to settle it down.
Well, this is where nerves can come to, right, from both teams. Christ College, the majority of their players have been here before. Are they used to being in this sort of situation, or is it a bit tougher here? Shirley on the other side, like, you are so close now. You play a couple of minutes of good basketball and you're probably going to get the win here. Costley no good there. And he's on the ground sore. 5-on-3 opportunity.
Gets it off to Kate. Kate round everyone, goes to the left hand. I think we're cramping up at the other end. Kobe Costley. Doesn't look like it's an ankle sprain. Looks more like he might have a need for some pickle juice.
Well, it's not that hot in here. We're way up the top, and this is normally about 3 degrees hotter than down. Quite comfortable, and I think you're right, given there's Tawhiti Kate teammates in the Atami team for Men's Premier. It's 3:56 to go here. 9 points the margin. Of course, he's still limping a little bit, so this is probably where I bring in Tito Haitana. You've got Coburn and Newton.
Well, 3:56, yep. And that is what is going to happen, and he comes.
You still need someone back to inbound the ball to, though. You get Kobe Cossie all stretched out. Jack Coburn's played fantastic this half.
Yeah, he's been a difference maker, no doubt about it. We've got the full court pressure now. Newton deals with that straight away.
Well, Tito Haitana was pretty relaxed about Toby Hunt. I thought was going to launch that one.
Wow, what a finish from Marshall, and the foul. No idea how he managed that from as far under the backboard as he was.
He kind of jumped backwards, up and in and through.
What a
foul
play
there on Flatman as Parata comes in. 11 points the margin, so this is where you probably need some threes or at least quick buckets.
Marshall can't get the free throw to go.
Nobody lined up for Shirley. A bit of a surprise there, given how well they've had offensive rebound success and how poorly they've shot free throws.
Baseline move here, under the and the foul this time.
Newton
again. But physicality-wise, he didn't allow him to pop back from under the backboard, which we know Fopo Tongia likes to do. So
now the choice, who do you put on Fopo Tongia now? You've got Tito Haitana and Newton both on 4, but Tito Haitana may be better on someone else looking to, not Parata because he can't leave him open for three, but then he may potentially be able to come over and help, but neither of them can afford to foul.
Yeah, Parata hasn't really had the shooting game he would have liked to have, so maybe that's the one you sacrifice. Newton can't afford to foul, so he needs to. He probably needs to pick up Nija or Parata for the next 3:35. You need him right at the end.
So the margin cut back down to 10. Costly was lined up to come in. I guess no, maybe he wasn't. He was just standing there.
Double team coming, good pressure, finds his way out of there. Another reach in there, gets an easy pass, and Coburn.
Well, you need, who's going to step up and have a better game than you might imagine? Jack Coburn, I think, is number one on that list.
He is.
Like this end especially has just made life difficult for Tawhiti Kate.
Marshall was using his length to try and keep Ihaka Kate away. And finally, Parata hits a shot, and it's a biggie. Closes the gap to 9. Marshall just setting a little terror screen there. Tito Hatana decides to keep it, going strong. Kicks it off. Coburn probably could have had another one there.
5 on the clock, they need to go up quick. 3 now. Newton from way downtown. Just missed that. Haitana almost with the tip out.
So, chance for Christ College. Here's Kate. Puts it on the floor. Inside move. Good possession for Christ College.
And
Trying to get their way back into it.
Shirley just a little bit, I think, not super crisp with the inbound passes. Some have been pretty close to a steal.
And another turnover. Newton trying to make the bounce pass.
Well, the Shirley crowd feeling, can we exhort our players to come back here?
Fraser Costley has a decision to make here.
Oh, I think it's...
Newton could use some help in the ball handling department.
Yep. I think you need to, because you know the pressure's coming up.
A little bit.
I think it's probably Coburn that you bring out here, so you've still got the height for the rebounds, because you know they're going to have to challenge shots.
He's done a great job, Coburn, but it might be time for that organisation. And a foul on Marshall, I believe.
Didn't look that way to me. I thought he was getting pulled away from behind.
So that is the substitution made. Coburn's done a great job.
And it's going to be 2 shots here in the bonus. So 1 timeout, I think, remaining for Christ College, 2 for Shirley. Fraser Costley doesn't want to take one, but he's telling his guys what I want here.
Of course, the other option, and they had some good success with their own zone, their 2-3 zone. They could roll the dice. It does open up the odd 3 ball, but that's not what they're giving up at the moment.
I think
you need that one, but everything else has been at the rim.
You need the rebound, or you need the inbound, and you need to be secure with the ball here. So splits them, 6 points the margin. We're at 1:37 to play now.
Newton just gets it to Hunt, gets it to Costley. Safe pair of hands. Big possession right here. Newton trying to find a way. Gets it to Hunt. If this goes, it could be interesting, and it does.
That is huge.
Big hit from Toby Hunt.
Great defense here, but unfortunately Parata wide open for 3.
And the foul this time.
I mean, you did almost everything right. You had an opportunity just to get the rebound, and Sidi Fopotongia keeps Christ College in touch here. Down 7, 1 shot from the free throw line. Kobe Costley is asking Fraser Costley, do we want a timeout? He does not want a timeout.
Fopotongia shuts that gap a little bit again. Newton needs to get it over. Costley does get it over. Hunt back to Newton, using all of the clock. Newton to the basket. Kick off to Marshall and they call a travel.
Oh, I didn't see the travel. I thought he'd lost the ball and it went straight. I think it was to Marshall who got 2 points there. Not counted though because of the travel call. So it's just getting a little bit tight now for Shirley. A few plays have gone against them. 6 point lead still in their favour. 50 seconds here.
They could use some penetration in a 3-ball. That would really shut the gap quickly. Here's a Fopotongia on the spin and it's blocked.
Well, that's what I thought they missed last time. Someone around the rim, an extra defender there. Tito Haitana. Because he's like, we actually want to have the ball here.
10 on the shot clock. Dangerous cross-court pass, leaves it with Newton. Newton, no place to go, gets it to Costley. Costley to Hunt. Hunt! That could be it!
I think that is and Tapati Kate has hit the ground. He is sore. Desperation 3 and no one knows what's happening here. Was that play happening? I can see Haitana and Tapati Kate is cramping up. And the Shirley crowd now, they can taste it, they can feel it.
Toby Hunt, has he come up big?
It's a timeout taken. Well, he's up. Do you want to guess how many points he has now?
It's in the 30s.
It is. It's 37 now. What was it? He was 1 of 6. Oh, no, he wasn't that. That's free throw, sorry. 2 of 8. No, he must be at 40 now because he's hit 3 threes now. 16 rebounds as well for him. I mean, I don't think we're heading for overtime now unless there was just an Indiana Pacer level sort of comeback here.
No, it looks like the Thomson Trophy might be headed to the east.
Well, I think it might be along the Grocott Trophy. Tim and Dave Grocott presented that, sons of John Grocott, who the trophy's named after. So it will be a pretty exciting sports assembly at Shirley Boys High if they can hang on here. So I don't think that whole possession counted. I think it's Christ College ball, advancing it. 13 seconds on the clock here, but down 9 points. Shirley have almost their starters out. Jacob Woodrow there instead of...
I believe it did count, and the foul was on Marshall.
Okay, right.
Right down in the front. Very hard to see it because we've got...
Well, we had something happening at either end, and it was so loud.
We've got a lot of crowd participation right in the spot where that occurred. The Ihaka Kate at the line.
Well, I feel like, well, there we go, the 40 has officially come up now. So 17 boards, 40 points.
What a game.
For Toby Hunt.
He's done it all. Rebounds, block shots, driven to the basket. He's hit the threes. He hit the key ones when it counted.
And this is going to... Well, I mean, we need a bunch of miracles. Number one is getting the rebound off our own free throw. Smart timeout here taken by Fraser Costley. Advance the ball. Worst case, we turn it over in that court, end of the court. And it takes off a few more seconds.
Takes a few seconds to get to the other end.
And you can savour this as well. Like I wouldn't even mind, like if they foul, you score them, maybe you take another timeout as well. And wow. I guess the only we're not picking finals MVP, but I think your vote and mine is going towards Toby Hunt's way. But the other guys who've really played a key role that we saw: Miller Newton, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals, and then Jose Tito Haitana, 13 points. Only 3 rebounds, the number of blocks, 2 blocks, and that doesn't show how many affected around the rim.
That second one, the one just recently, that's what put the fire out.
That was. And then Jack Coburn, you look at this box score, you will not have any idea the impact he had. 4 points, 1 assist, 1 turnover, no steals. He made life so difficult for Tawhiti Kate.
And he put the clamps on, no doubt about it. And that'll go out of bounds. Shirley will retain it.
So a couple of seconds off. And there are a couple of people leaving as they're getting serenaded. beat the rush. Yep, you can see them.
Hunt operating along the baseline and using all of the clock. Millen Newton.
Oh, there's what you want here. Look at all these guys. Ecstatic. Christ College, number 1 every week of the season until the second half of this game. And then it is the Shirley Boys High Spartans. Fantastic second half.
When would be the last time Shirley won this trophy? They've had some good teams over the years.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. It's way before we ran the Thomson Trophy competition. 95-87, the final score. And we'll just try and... So we can see the celebration there beginning. Is now some of the disappointed Christ College supporters are saying, right, I do actually have school tomorrow. I need to get home and get to bed. I think there'll be a few celebrations and reliving and watching this from Shirley Boys. Check out our Facebook page, Canterbury Basketball website as well later on to find out who did receive the finals MVP. But
I could give it a guess.
Yeah, I think we've got it down. Leading scorer for Christ College, Haka Kate, 31 points, 9 rebounds. And Hawani Fopo Tongia, 23 points, 10 rebounds. Tawhiti Kate, 15 points, 5 assists. But yeah, I think it's Toby Hunt's night here. So thank you so much, Terry.
A very enjoyable evening.
And also thank you, Alan Magendi, who's been on late notice, has come in and filmed all 3 of these games tonight and did one last night as well, I think. So fantastic help. Hope you all enjoyed this, and we'll be back for the next stream, possibly the Premier Games on Thursday night this week.